Come in, Volodya. Please, have a seat.
Is that thing on?
No. Don't worry about it. These tapes will be gathering dust deep down in some basement.
Shut it off.
But-
Vykleci, Valeri.
As you wish, Colonel.
There is no room for the truth on that machine.
That's a dangerous word, Volodya. Truth. Such an ambiguous concept.
Stop it, Valeri. We are defeated here. I know it and you know it too.
I'm afraid that Moscow cannot accept it.
I am not talking to Moscow. I am talking to you.
And what exactly are you telling me?
That I did not bring my men to America to commit mass suicide. And what is coming, I will need you with me.
You can count on me, Volodya.
I hope so, Valeri. Now, put that thing on and we'll get this done.
Very well. Interview number 478, subject, Colonel Vladimir Orlov.
In his address to the party congress, the General Secretary spoke of sacrifices made and sacrifices yet to come. But he emphasized that there is no doubt that we are winning this war and that the end is in sight.
It was a rout. Our scattered forces headed for Seattle, and the relief we hoped we would find there. To use a nuclear bomb on one's own country, it was insanity on a scale unmatched even by our own generals. It also destroyed what dreams we had left of ever achieving victory in America. If it hadn't been for the Colonel, we wouldn't have known about Cascade Falls at all. Based on the communiques from Moscow, all was as fine as could be. And now that the Chinese had declared themselves our allies, victory was supposedly within reach. Again. But we knew better.
Yeah, so-called one. The Americans are trying to surround us, but they will not succeed. They needed a nuclear bomb to stop our brave comrades at Cascade Falls. And they will need another one to stop us now. Ural 5, what is the status of the convoy?
The wounded are in good shape and we are ready to continue forward.
Good. Romanov, you will command our frontal aviation assets and protect the convoy.
Ural 5 here. We are moving at this time.
Malashenko will capture the radio relay station ahead, and you must support him, Romanov. We can bring in reinforcements as soon as it is secure.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Cypher here with Let's Play World in Conflict Soviet Assault. So we're back in charge of the Soviets, and there seems to be a little division in the workers' paradise here. With Orlovsky maybe wanting to get out of this. So we have this convoy here, we have to protect it. We basically only get helicopters for the first part of this mission. I do think it's interesting, the kind of premise that both sides kind of feel like they're losing at this point, which I think is not uncommon. I think in kind of accounts of wars and stuff, a lot of times both sides sort of view that they're at a disadvantage. What kind of is clear eventually from looking at things in history is not clear at the start.
Good. Make sure the radios remain functional.
Of course, Colonel. Malashenko out.
Like in World War II, I think a lot of the Allies kind of thought that things were still kind of up for grabs all the way up until like Kursk or maybe end of Stalingrad, but I don't know, once Barbarossa failed, it kind of seemed like from the German perspective, the writing was kind of on the wall. Okay, so it's a little bit annoying. We constantly have to babysit our friends over here. We can send our repair vehicles to help out. And also we can take out some of these guys with missiles. So even though their primary weapon is rockets, the attack helicopters do have guns. They'll just only shoot the guns at infantry. They won't shoot it at tanks. Fix it. So yeah, and it's sort of automatic, just like the tanks have machine guns on their roofs, but they'll only shoot at infantry. They won't shoot at armor. Okay, so even though it's not really efficient, we're gonna just get another heavy helicopter. We can get light helicopters, but they're just not really worth it. Or medium helicopters. There's no real air stuff to shoot at, and the rocket barrages are just way better. Than anything we'd get from the medium helicopter. So yeah, we'll just heal up all these guys here. Keep them topped off. That way, as we go out on our little shenanigans and attack people, if you lose more than 5 units in the convoy, you lose the mission. We'll keep them all topped up. Some rockets at that. And just keep all these vehicles topped up. It's interesting that from the thread for the LP, everyone seems to really love attack helicopters. And I'm not a big fan. I think it's just sort of a difference in play styles. Whether it's this or other RTSs or like War Game, I'm very methodical in my play style. I don't like kind of broad, aggressive moves. I like to just grind people down with attrition. So yeah, the convoy's not in that much of big of a hurry here. We'll fight these guys here. The main challenge is to take out Bradleys, or they're not Bradleys, are there? But the Bradley equivalent, because their guns actually do a lot of damage to your helicopters. Not as much as an actual anti-air unit, but not that far off. A couple of missiles at these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sometimes the missiles have like a minimum... They have a minimum fire distance. And even if you're close enough to target an enemy vehicle, they just won't fire because you're within the minimum distance of the ability. Which is a little frustrating, but uh-oh.
This scampering about the countryside will lead us nowhere.
Oh no. No, leave my... Uh-oh. As I'm like really like being pro at this game here and losing all of my units. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted getting ready to go on a trip tomorrow.
This is Ural 5. We are moving out.
It is unfortunate that we didn't succeed at Cascade Falls. Things would have been...
Okay, maybe if you're worried about the convoy, don't cluster all the trucks so close together so they get hit by an artillery barrage or whatever. Okay, so let's get here. I don't want to lose this veteran helicopter. Uh-oh. So they do have a heavy AA there. The heavy AA is very long range, and it'll kill your Hinds in like one hit or two hits. Uh-oh. No! Run away! No! Okay, well, for once I actually used the flares how they're supposed to be used. So if I can just get these repaired and I can cruise in there and take out that heavy AA, we should be in business here. The trick is you just have to hit it with enough missiles before it can shoot your stuff down. There we go, okay. So close enough. Now we take out their APCs. And then we should be good. Problem is even with attack helicopters, heavy tanks have so much health. I don't really think it scales that well. Attack helicopters seem to do better against like medium and light tanks. Either way though, the machine guns are fairly short range, and unless the enemy actually like deliberately drives their tanks under your helicopters, it's pretty difficult for them to actually really do much to hurt them. But if you're not paying attention, they can rush your helicopters. I like though how this rainy, stormy night is cooperating to raise the dramatic tensions of this scene. It's not enough to be retreating, you have to be retreating in this dismal weather. So I'm not sure where the I'm not sure where the Americans are getting all these troops from, given how dire the situation was earlier at Cascade Falls. I'm not sure where they've suddenly gotten dozens and dozens of heavy tanks. But you know, c'est la vie. So we're not actually gonna go over there because I know what's gonna happen, which is these artillery vehicles are going to shell the road, and it's going to change our objective. So the enemy has all sorts of defenses in AA here, but if we can even take out a couple of these artillery batteries right from the start, it'll give us more breathing room. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's one. So, and then we're gonna sneak over here. We're gonna, uh-oh, why do they have so much, scrap here? We're gonna sneak over here and take out this medium AA with missiles. Come on, come on. Yeah, they're really like, they're really stingy with those missiles sometimes. They just will not fire them. And I'm sure someone who knows more about this game could tell me what I'm doing wrong, but very annoying at times. Okay. So now there's just one more over there. So I might just need to take out some of these Bradleys just to kind of get me some breathing room here. Then I can take out the last Missile battery. Okay. There's gonna be AA over there, but as long as my helicopters are mostly healed, this should be okay. No, no, don't go off the ridge line. They're gonna get you. Okay. Okay, so we'll sneak through the forest here. And take out this. Okay, and then we'll take out this heavy artillery. Okay, they're all dead.
The artillery barrage has stopped. We are regrouping.
And as you can see, they do actually shell your vehicles on the road, so you do actually have to keep them alive.
The Americans have set up dug-in positions in and around the hills. These must be destroyed. We have established contact with some fire support elements, Romano. Call on them when needed.
Okay.
Лебедев на связи. Communications intercepts indicate an American command post to the north.
Then we will destroy it as well. That should cripple
And then we can use our repair vehicle to keep these guys topped up.
Coming up from the south.
Ural 5 here. We are moving at this time. Ural 5. We have several casualties from the barrage.
This was unexpected. Try to protect what's left of
So the only real danger in this mission is you lose too many vehicles in the convoy. Other than that, it's kind of difficult to lose. There's no real time limits or anything like that. It's just, can you pay attention and not let any of your vehicles die? So we don't actually have to capture these emplacements, which is fortunate because we don't have anything that can capture them. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we have a repair vehicle. We just need to. We just have to clear all the enemies and emplacements from them. And while we do that, they're going to periodically send stuff down the highway. But thankfully, well, those were some intense birds. Thankfully, we have heavy tanks out front, so as long as we just keep those heavy tanks alive, everything should be perfectly good. Let's get another attack helicopter. Okay, now there's only one camp left. Hit it with one of these. Main issues. This one actually has an AA defenses. Thankfully, for once, our AI friends are better than usual, and they kind of seem to be holding their own on the flanks. One little touch, which is going to get destroyed shortly, is these F-15s here next to this like little supermarket. Whereas they look like kind of ridiculously big, but fighter jets are like huge. If you've never seen one in person, a modern fighter jet is like 2 or 3 times this long. Even a single person fighter, as like a World War II fighter. So that doesn't look too far off from what it should be. Okay, that. Heal up my helicopter. Now we're gonna have to do a little bit of a sneaky trick here. Well, we don't necessarily have to do it, but we're gonna do something at the end of this section to ensure we win the mission.
Support to second company while they assault the command post.
Okay. So now, no real time limit, but we have to go in here and take this area. The only thing is, the enemy's gonna keep
attacking the
moving
convoy,
down
Romano.
this road.
Protection of the trucks is still your
We
main
might
priority.
just want to wait until our allies get there because they have a lot of units and they have a lot of AA.
The convoy is under attack, Romano. Help them.
Yeah, we're helping them. We're helping them. We can use our repair vehicle here. Not sure what all these demolition engineers are for. Okay, so there's heavy AA. I'll drop one of those there. That should slow it down.
I have been busy with the battle. Any word from Army Command on what the overall plan is?
None since the last call to rally at Seattle. We are getting sporadic transmissions from other battle groups, but nothing concrete.
Not quite sure why. Okay, this electric vehicle charging. They're charging up the F-15s.
Yes, of course, Captain. Now secure that command post.
It will soon be accomplished.
Okay, so we'll just chill out here a little bit more.
Convoy, Lieutenant.
Again, as far as I know, there's no real time limit. But once we destroy these heavy AA... Oh no, oh no. Oh no. That's what I get for my hubris. Yeah, there's only so much you can do. If there's one enemy AA unit, you can kind of just storm them and kill it with missiles. If there's a bunch, there's only so much you can do. Uh-oh. Whatever. I killed one. I did it for the Soviet Union. We'll drop more artillery there. And I'm not going to actually bring back this heavy attack helicopter. For reasons that you will see. Because essentially the next mission's gonna start and we're gonna need a bunch of units and heavy helicopters aren't gonna be that useful. There's no real point in getting them and having them around. But if we disband them at that point, then we have to wait for all of our resources to tick back up.
American units are assaulting the convoy.
Oh,
Deal
we're
with
gonna
them.
just destroy all these units. And man, so much AA. Very annoying. But it's okay. Our guys are moving in from both sides. We're clearing this thing out. Uh-oh. Okay. I think it's basically over. But I am going to... I'm just waiting for the mission prompts. I know when to delete all these units. That's probably it. No? Jeez. These Americans are persistent. I thought Colonel Sawyer only had like 500 people left. Why? Why isn't he using these guys? Okay. Get out of here.
Ural 5,
Elite.
you are free to move ahead to the next rendezvous
Disappear.
point. The road is clear.
Acknowledge, Sokol 1. See you there. Ural 5 out.
Okay, so
Ural
now
5 here. Continuing ahead. We run the gauntlet
all we
with
have is a
the
repair vehicle, which is fine.
Support, Comrade Lieutenant.
Didn't lose any trucks,
Protected the
which is
convoy
good.
and the wounded to the best of your abilities, Romano. Well done. Now we must see to defending our rear while the convoy continues on. I have a plan for how we will proceed. Briefing in 5 minutes. Captain Malashenko and Major Lebedev, you will attend. The rest of you hold in place and stand guard.
If we go to Seattle, we'll die in Seattle. The Americans will never allow the Chinese to land. We saw in Cascade Falls how far they are willing to go.
What exactly are you saying?
We're not going to Seattle. I've made preparations to take the men home. A ship is expecting us at this location tonight.
What? And betray our country?
It's the right thing to do. I'll accept full responsibility.
Were you aware of this?
He's not in command here. I am. Please try to understand, Nikolai.
I am Captain Maloshenko of the Soviet Army, and you are acting like a traitor.
I'm doing this for the men, Kolya.
Those men don't belong to you. They belong to the state. My wife and daughter didn't die so that you can turn tail and run.
But we don't belong here. This entire venture has been a full...
Thank you, comrade. Thank you. He was a traitor.
I'm taking my company to Seattle.
I'll bring the battalion. To victory.
To victory.
Time to choose, old friend. To all Sokol elements, this is Major Lebedev. The colonel is dead. I am taking command. Captain Maloshenko and Second Company has moved ahead to Seattle. We must organize the rear guard. Romanov, establish a perimeter and hold off all American attacks.
So you may notice that all of my attack helicopters are still here, and that's because I screwed up. And I didn't actually test this beforehand, and what happens is, if you have any vehicles, or if you have any units that are destroyed when the cutscene changes, you don't get the points back for them. Which is, I think, some sort of a bug. But it meant that I started this mission with, like, not enough points. Or I started the second half with not enough points because it didn't give me the points for all my destroyed units. Which is obviously a little bit of a problem. So... But I had a save from when I did this earlier. Where, it didn't destroy my helicopters. That was fortunate. Okay, so we need to get these guys into some woods post haste. You go there. You guys go there. Everybody just hustle. So we're gonna get all these guys here.
This whole operation was doomed from the beginning. Why didn't
Don't say that, Orlovsky. Or don't say that, Lebedev. You saw what happened to Orlovsky. He could come back. He could get you too. Okay. So let's get two more heavy tanks. So yeah, basically we can't see them anymore, but we have to defend long enough for our little convoy to get to Seattle in the distance there. And primarily this involves just having enough infantry in the forest and tanks on the points so that they can't just roll in there. One of those. Again, a main issue is that we can't get any serious anti-air. Oh, no, stay there, stay there. Come on, just stay there. Alright. I can work with that. I like how now we're like, we're in on this conspiracy with Lebedev to run away. Although I do still find it funny that yeah, from the Soviet campaign, it's like, well, we've lost. It's all over. Whereas from the American campaign, it's like, oh my god, how are we ever gonna win this? No, stop moving, helicopter. Okay. Get one of those. Well, I'm going to put these guys in control groups for the future. Man, all these freaking helicopter deployments. Very annoying. I guess by the time I call in my artillery strikes of them, they're already gone. Let me heal this machine gun fortification. Maybe I should be healing this anti-air fortification. So let's get one of those. Obviously, we got a lot of bad dudes here. No, stop running out of my strike zones, you jerks. Okay. Artillery's coming in, and obviously, we don't need to wait for Lebedev to tell us to do it. Let's just run. Everybody run. If you just grab everybody in a big blob and tell them to run, it's kind of less ideal, because then all of your units will move at the speed of the slowest unit, which is probably not what you want. You probably want everybody to just book it. So yeah. Okay, so we'll get some guys in there. Yeah. Sorry, Lebedev, we don't have time to listen. We don't have time to listen to your speech and your little cutscene and your little camera change. Things are too dangerous for that. Okay, so our allies should do an okay job holding the flanks, as long as we can kill enough stuff in the center that they don't spill over and start engaging our friends. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna get a little heavy airstrike, which should kill anything coming in there. And the heavy airstrike continues for a couple seconds, so it should come back and kill more stuff. One thing I've noticed, though, the problem with the heavy airstrike is the attacks do have splash. So if the enemy... Oh, no. So if the enemy is right next to you... The enemy is right next to you, then the heavy airstrike can kill your units. We'll get one of these. And resupply these infantry. Oh man, gotta call maybe a heavy airstrike over there. Alright, we seem to be doing okay for the most part. The troops in the forest should help over here. Uh-oh. What troops in the forest? Maybe I'll call in one here. Ooh, I probably should have waited. For whatever reason, they don't seem to be doing artillery strikes back here. Maybe I'll go here.
I thought we were going to Seattle. Yeah, the coordinates are correct. The road should be clear. We will meet you there. Understood. Estimated arrival in 3 hours.
Okay. So now the wounded people are in on the conspiracy as well. Everyone's in on the conspiracy. Jeez. So many tanks. So we'll do a heavy airstrike here. And hopefully the enemy moves forward into it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay, things are mostly okay here. Also, I might need to get another heavy airstrike for the left flank there. These guys seem to be doing fine. These guys seem to be doing worse ever since I moved my guys from the forest there. Uh-oh, we need probably another heavy tank. The enemy has too much artillery for us to really rely just on infantry. Cool. They're doing fine there. I think we're all on the up and up. I need to do a heavy airstrike anywhere? Maybe there. Oof. Thankfully they're not dropping artillery on this point here. That would obviously clean things up pretty quick for them. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off till I get enough for a heavy airstrike. Oof.
They will not be able to sustain these losses forever. We have a squadron of T-United on call, Romano. They should be able to break the American attack completely with their bombing runs. Call them in now.
Alright, so let's get one of these. And one of these. I don't know, maybe one of these. Let's zoom out for this. Oh, what? It didn't kill them all? Okay, that's slightly disappointing, but... Oh, wait, they're retreating now? Those cowards. Get back here. Face the might of the Soviet Union.
The Americans are giving up. I can see why the Colonel put so much trust in you, Comrade Romanov. You have saved all our lives here today. This is Major Lebedev to all remaining units. The time has come for us to retreat. We will not go to Seattle, but to an industrial harbor further north where a transport ship is waiting to take us home. This order comes directly from Army Command. Captain Maloshenko and 2nd Company will not be joining us. The Americans have a saying, live to fight another day. And that is exactly what we will do, comrades. And then we will honor the Colonel's memory by winning this war. Lebedev out.
They say you're asking me for papers.
I'm sorry, Comrade Major, but since Colonel Arlovsky is dead, I can't...
Captain!
Without
Do you know who Comrade Minister Kravchenko is?
Of course. He is the Minister of Defense.
And my father-in-law. Do this, and I'll make sure you're duly rewarded for your selfless service to the state.
Major, without some confirmation, I simply
And then again, I could just have my men shoot you. Perhaps your second in command is more willing to listen.
leave with the tide.
Good choice. Tell the men.
Okay, so I'm not sure why Lebedev brought a Soviet limousine. Oh, I just realized because I reloaded that save, that was a save where I hadn't saved the trucks. You know what? You win some, you lose some. But that's the mission. Don't make sure you have all your units around when the second part ends, or you'll permanently lose those points. And then you probably won't have enough points to finish the mission, especially on very hard. But anyway, looks like Lebedev is getting out of there. And pretty soon be back to the Americans to push the Red Army out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.